Moliwood battle in Ryder Cup warm-up. The Ryder Cup warm-up event, the Hero Cup, is mostly putting to the test the performance of golfers from the Team GB&I and Team Continental Europe who are candidates for Team Europe come 2023. After the mind-blowing Moliwood pairing of Tommy Fleetwood and Francesco Molinari that gave a sublime 4 out of 4 points for Team Europe at the Ryder Cup 2018, we shall now see them captaining opposing teams. European team captain Thomas Bjorn created the legendary Moliwood pairing at the 2018 Ryder Cup. Francesco Molinari and Tommy Fleetwood, popularly known as Moliwood, became Europe's most productive partnership at a single Ryder Cup with their 4 victories together at Le Golf National Paris in September 2018. The boys made history for Team Europe, inflicting a demoralizing win by 5 points ahead of Team USA. Their first win on the Friday of the tournament was against Tiger Woods and Bryson DeChambeau in foursomes, and in the second game, Tiger tries his luck with Patrick Reed against Moliwood. But just like his previous game, it ended in another loss. Everything feels pretty good, I'm just pretty pissed off. I've lost 3 matches and don't feel like I've played poorly, Woods said. The Open Championship winner Molinari and the 2017 Race to Dubai winner Fleetwood were forecasted to perform well together against Team USA, and thanks to the power of great analysis from the captain, this turned out to be a perfect partnership. Fleetwood's incredible off-the-tee performance as well as his approach shot precision complemented Molinari's superb short game and excellent putting. Tommy also made a few long-range putts himself. Despite a couple of bogeys on the front 9 during their Friday morning encounter, Moliwood took off on the back 9, coming back from 2 down against the USA with a birdie run that started the European team's charge. The USA had won the opening 3 points on the final day, but Europe went on to win the next 5 to reclaim the 2018 Ryder Cup from 17.5 points to 10.5 points. It remains one of the finest European wins in the competition's history. Fleetwood and Molinari celebrated with humor as seen in a hilarious video posted on Twitter after their win. "How wonderful was it for you?" Fleetwood asks Molinari as he wakes him up. The Italian responds, 4 out of 4. To which Fleetwood responds, "I'd give you 5 out of 5, Frankie." Although all these are in the past, why do we have Moliwood headlining the news again? Well, Moliwood is headlining not as a bromance this time, but as opponents, as they will be going head-to-head as captains on 2 different teams for the upcoming Hero Cup competition in Abu Dhabi. The Ryder Cup captain and former world number 1, Luke Donald, has taken delight in setting up a tough tug between Francesco Molinari and Tommy Fleetwood. For a bit of context though, what is the Hero Cup? The Hero Cup is a new team match play contest created by DP World Tour intended to give European players experience in the match play format ahead of potential future Ryder Cup call-ups. There are 2 10-man teams comprising players from Great Britain and Ireland and Continental Europe, which have been selected by European Ryder Cup captains Luke Donald. The event takes place at Abu Dhabi Golf Club from January 13th through the 15th, 2023. The event will consist of 1 session of foursomes, 1 session of 4-balls, and 1 session of singles matches, with all 20 players participating in each session. In November, Ryder Cup captain Luke Donald announced 18 players in their respective groups to make up Continental Europe and GB and Ireland teams. Having worked closely with Tommy and Fran on putting together the 2 teams, I'm thrilled with the mix of players that will be on display at Abu Dhabi Golf Club in January, Donald said. Then continued, "We all believed it was crucial to have a combination of experience with youth, and I believe we've hit that balance with a mix of major champions and Ryder Cup players alongside people aiming to compete in Rome next year." Donald and Molinari had constructed a strong mix of proven winners, with Sweden's Alex Noren, Belgium's Thomas Pieters, bringing Ryder Cup experience to the Continental Europe rank 1 week before the Belgian defends his Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship title at Yas Links. "Our squad is full of interesting players who all have the characteristics to thrive in a match play tournament, and I'm delighted to lead them into the Hero Cup next year," Molinari stated. Opposing team, Great Britain and Ireland, is led by 2-time Ryder Cup player Fleetwood and boasts some top players as well. I'm really happy with the guys that will make up the Great Britain and Ireland squad next year," Fleetwood added. "Having Shane Lowry and Tyrrell Hatton's expertise will be beneficial for the rest of the squad in a match play atmosphere, but I believe we are incredibly strong throughout the roster. We've won some of the major DP World Tour events, and it'll be fantastic to have Seamus Power join us after his strong start to the season in America." The remaining golfers on Team GB&I have no Ryder Cup experience but have great potential, such as 26-year-old Scotsman Ewan Ferguson, who turned professional in 2016 and already has 2 professional wins. The left-handed Scotsman Robert McIntyre, who started as a professional in 2017, also bagging 3 professional wins and Rookie of the Year in 2019. And Irishman Seamus Power, who turned professional in 2011, winning the 2021 Barbasol Cup. We also have former boxer Callum Shinkwin, who became a professional golfer in 2013 with 2 professional wins, Jordan Smith, who became a professional in 2014 with 7 professional wins, and lastly, Matt Wallace, who is an English golfer with 10 professional wins and winner of the Alps Tour Order of Merit Award in 2016. Richard Mansell will get the final call-up as well, the 27-year-old slowly making a name for himself on the European circuit, having turned pro 5 years ago. Team Continental Europe seems less of a threat to most, but one close look at the team roster might change your mind. From Captain Francesco Molinari, with 3 appearances and 3 wins in all Ryder Cups, to 40-year-old Alex Noren, member of the 2018 Ryder Cup win, and 30-year-old Belgian golfer Thomas Pieters, who made his first appearance in 2016 in sublime style. This team has as much Ryder Cup experience as GB&I. The 7 other players without the Ryder Cup experience sure have the attributes for better performance. We're talking about former highly ranked Belgian amateur Thomas Detry, who became a professional in 2016 and has 2 professional victories. The Danish stallion Rasmus Højgaard, who won his first European Tour event at the 2019 Afrasia Bank Mauritius Open, becoming the 3rd youngest player to win on the European Tour with 3 professional wins. Adrian Meronk, who won the 2022 Horizon Irish Open, becoming the first Polish golfer to win on the European Tour. And Italian Guido Migliozzi with 6 professional wins, including this year at the French Open. As an Italian, he will want to play the Ryder Cup on home soil. Antoine Rosner recently won the Mauritius Open as well to bag himself a start in the squad, the Frenchman finding some late form in 2022. There is also Victor Perez, the French professional who won the Alfred Dunhill Links Championship in 2019 and was the runner-up at the Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship and BMW PGA Championship in 2020. And also, Austrian golfer Sepp Straka, who only turned pro in 2016 and won his first PGA Tour title at the Honda Classic in 2022. Now you have the roster of the upcoming warm-up event, and if it does live up to expectations, this tournament is sure to be more lively than a warm-up. Which team do you think will come out on top?